Hey folks, it's Max here and welcome to a brand new TEW2020 video. You join us today for our 2027 AEW Dynamite anniversary show. As always, it's one of the shorter shows, but it is a lot of fun, and as you can see last year, 100 rated show, so no pressure to try and catch up with that. It's a bit of a rotated cast, because obviously we do it on the same day as Dynamite, so a lot of people that were involved in matches there won't feature as much today. But we still obviously then can use people that have been on Dynamite before, which include people from Collision and Rampage. Quite happy with it. As I say, a few things storyline wise will set us up into the tail end of the year, and obviously this month of October, then of course November and December, as we head towards the Halloween horror show, and the likes of Full Gear, Winter is Coming, finally, was it Crowning Glory I think as well, so lots of events to have some mega matches, and we might add in one or two more just to give us a better chance at 100 rating. So I won't bother on too much. I hope you enjoy it. Sit back, relax for AEW Dynamite Anniversary Show 2027. So here we are, 95,304 fans at the Neyland Stadium. It wasn't planned, I just forgot to change it when I done Dynamite, because half the time I just let Dynamite be where it is. So yeah, Dynamite's already been here, so we're here for 95,000 people. Still amazing. So I opened up with the Shine Championship on the line. I wanted to give Konami her first real exposure against someone that's on the Rampage brand, where she'll be moving to. And it was a good matchup, and I saw Jamie Hayter defeat Konami in 11:58 with a curb stomp, and it gave Jamie an impressive fourth defence of the Shine Championship. This was a 76 overall and a 74 played in 84 in terms of in-ring. And just to add in as well, I believe that was our first chance, our first event, with Scott Stanford in the call alongside Mauro Ranallo and Excalibur, who I would believe are the three top commentators and analysts on the save. Whether you agree with that remains to be seen. I certainly wouldn't have Scott Stanford up there, but as I say, I quite like him as a studio host. Moving along with a little segment backstage, and it continues to be tensions between Cody Rhodes, Ethan Page and Prince Devitt. Cody's had a few discussions with Randy Orton, with Wardlow and with Richard Holiday, where the future of that faction goes, but they just seem to want to continually get into the head of Prince Devitt, and that is a 75 rated segment. It's a long lasting feud that will have a massive impact down the line. Then a little special matchup here that thankfully for once wasn't hampered by a psychology penalty, and we had MJF continue his run of beating good wrestlers in 1402 when he defeated Hangman with a Swanton Bomb. Not quite a headlock takeover, but an 85 for the matchup, 84 from Hangman and a 90 from MJF. A rare opportunity for MJF to face someone on the Dynamite brand, as he's always been predominantly Rampage, but he's certainly making a case for himself to get back to the top, and he pleads that case in our Cheap 100 segment. He calls out Takeshita. He says, right, in the space of a few short days, I've beaten Okada, best in the world apparently, I've beaten Hangman, I want my world championship back. I am better than you, Takeshita, they know it, you know it, and I won't even need to cheat to beat you. So 100 rated segment to build up where we're going with our main event picture at the end of the month. Then I had a little six-person tag here, as we saw the team of the tag champs, Deonna Purrazzo and Mayu Iwatani, team up with Becky Quinn to take on the team of Dani Luna, Bobby Tyler and Bayley Rose. Good wrestling, decent reaction from our audience as Becky, Deonna and Mayu pick up the win in 11-11 when Mayu pinned Bayley with a diving double foot stomp. Bobby was the weak link, Mayu head and shoulders above the rest, of course, and a 78 overall. A variety of performances because of where they are in the pyramid and where they are in the pecking order, but still pretty good stuff. And after the matchup, we hear a few words from Becky Quinn as she basically questions Bayley. She says, what the hell happened to you? You've been in this weird loop for the last God knows how many years, but look who you're associating yourself with now. Look who you're tagging with. I'm like, why don't you bring back the true Bayley that we all know? And that's the 73 for Becky's promo. Then I had a matchup for the 0X Championship. Blake gets his first defence against Del Lindemann from Collision, and it had great wrestling and good heat, and Blake pick up the win in 12:42 with Aaliyah. 79, not too bad. 76 played in 83, maybe a little bit of a styles clash there, and not a phenomenal one. And Lindemann has a gimmick skin steel, so we'll look to sort that in the future. Moving along, some words from Miro, 74. And he just says, what the hell has happened to me? I used to be vicious, I used to be dominant, and I'm nothing but a mess. I need something to change here in AEW. I think you can tell where he's going with that little bit of green text there, but we will add a bit of layers to his character for one final Miro run. Then had a lovely match out here for the Trios Championships. Refaction and Gibralnables has been joined by Garza Jr. as they took on the House of Black, and it was a superb matchup with the House of Black winning Buddy Matthews, Brody King and Malachi Black, defeating Garza and LFI in 14:29 when Malachi pinned Garza, meaning their first defence after he used the Black Mass. 87, you can see performances across the board. Brody King with the weakest with a 73. I'd even say Garza's was pretty respectable. Brody was off his game, but look at those performances from Rush and Andrade, simply exceptional. As they get back through the curtain though, with a little stare down between Malachi Black, Walter. A little bit of pushing and serving, no both are baby faces, but yeah, a little bit of tension in between them if we end this segment with 83. That'll lead to something down the line. And then after this, we have a bout with great wrestling and good heat as the Generals, Adrian Sevier and Axel Barfel, defeat Stina Rico in 12:50 when Sevier pinned Generico by a frog splash, giving the Generals the third defence of the World Tag titles. What's mad here is that Generico and Steen together, even in the early 40s to mid 40s, I think they're closing in on, can still bring a 96 to an 87 in this type of steal the show matchup. So pretty good stuff there, but helps the Generals get a bit further forward in terms of overness. But yeah, tag division continues to thrive even with new champions as they roll the wrist. Representing Mercedes Moné's faction is Liviana Morgan. She challenges Veronica for the Women's Championship, and in true fashion, Veronica continues the unbeaten run as she wins a great match here. Great heat, decent wrestling. She wins in 13:04 with a lock rave slice, and that gives her her fifth defence. It's only going to help us to see our skill set if we just keep putting our matches. It does mean that the record is going to be Goldberg. She's already beaten Jade Cargill's, but 73, still respectable. And of course, it's going to help with her being from inexperienced to experienced. But you don't ever one-up Mercedes Moné, and Mercedes beats the living crap out of her, including, we'll just say that Trinity Star and Marvelous Maddie joined in a 4-on-1 beatdown, of course, because then you get the recovering Liviana Morgan. So Veronica just cannot get rid of Mercedes Moné. And I believe that sets up our main event, which I believe is just an 8-man tag, just to have a fun matchup to celebrate AEW Dynamite. And first we get a little hype from the heel team, so it's going to be a reuniting of some sorts, as of course Kenny never really done much with Jay when Kenny had the concussion, and we had the stuff with the Super Elite. But it's just them saying, wow, we're back together, let's get good times rolling. You know, there's a lot of us obviously that have been in this journey together, but I'm sure the four of us can really make this main event click. So it's going to be Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega and Jay White in the heel side. And an 85 overall, the baby faces with his champ Takeshita, with Ibushi, with Walter, with Will Ospreay. And it was about that had superb wrestling and also had great heat as the baby faces Takeshita, Ibushi and Walter, alongside Will Ospreay, defeat Jay White, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks in 1848 when Kota pinned Matt Jackson with a Kamingoi. Despite a 94, 95, 93, 96, 91, 2 87s and an 89, we do get a poor draw with an 85. It was just a regular 18-minute match, so I was hoping that would have been fine. But you'll see lots of bonuses, but Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, Kenny Omega all physically declining is not ideal. But that's where you're at the save, and obviously they'll be feeling the wrath of a very punishing schedule in their career. So the show itself, 94, still very good. The boosts certainly help it, but it sets us up a few things going forward. MJF Takeshita will probably take place at the Halloween Horror Show. We'll get a lot of stuff there with the Becky, Quinn and Bailey Rose. We'll get stuff between Malachi and Walter. Mercedes and Veronica are still got bits to go. And yeah, what is next for the likes of the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Jay White, and co. So plenty of stuff are happening. Short video, but I hope you enjoyed it. As always, check out the Fantasy Bookers subreddit, the Grey Glass Software forums, and yeah, I will catch you for the Halloween Horror Show, as I've got a little 4-week booking run here to try and put together a pretty damn good card. So take it easy, see you soon, bye bye.